Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78, continuing my 100th collection pickup video extravaganza, continuing talking about things from Comic-Con, and I gotta admit this year was kind of disappointed as far as Comic-Con. There wasn't really anything I didn't have a white whale this year. There wasn't anything at Comic-Con that I just saw online and I thought I have to have that. This year was kind of weak on that aspect. Also, I don't know. It felt like Comic-Con wasn't as epic as other years. Maybe it's because I only went 2 days this year, and because I went alone and I wasn't able to bring any friends. But this year's Comic-Con really did feel a little lackluster. Even in the things that they were giving out, I didn't really pick up anything that big. The only thing I did find out later, and I do regret not picking up, and Sean C. Phillips, Cool Duder, actually talked about his pickup at Comic-Con, and they were selling the first the complete series of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is season 1, 2, and 3. That one actually looked pretty cool. That one, I don't know. I saw the statue promoting the thing, but I guess I wasn't paying attention that they were actually selling the complete series of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because Mighty Morphin Power Ranger was really cool, and that box set looked really cool. It had the 5 Power Rangers on the cover, and then they had the White Ranger, which is kind of weird. I would have thought they would have put the Green Ranger instead of the White Ranger. But anyway, that box set actually looked pretty amazing, and I'm really bummed out that I didn't get that one. But that's the only thing I've seen from Comic-Con that I was like, yeah, I should have picked that one up. Everything else just didn't see. I didn't really buy anything at Comic-Con this year, or get anything big and beautiful to show off. So yeah, this year kind of left me disappointed. But yeah, I still have some stuff to talk about. Mainly, I was after comic books, but I still was able to get some little things here. NBC was promoting the heck out of Grimm, so they were giving out these free posters. And outside the convention center, they had this little forest exhibit where they had little things about the TV show. I don't really follow Grimm that much, but that was actually pretty cool. Also outside, they were promoting the new Quentin Tarantino movie called Django. It's a Western style movie. Tarantino's doing a Western. Looks pretty interesting. And this one I'm actually really bummed out that it got damaged on the way home, but this is a poster celebrating the 50 years of James Bond. It has all of the movie names painted on this golden girl. This one I was really happy to get, but it got really damaged on the way home. It got kind of smushed in there, so that was kind of disappointing. But those are the only posters I got. They weren't really giving out that many posters, or not a poster that I thought was worth picking up. Also got this issue of Hero Complex, which has Spock on the cover, and they're promoting the new Green Arrow TV show. Also looks interesting, so maybe that will actually be a lot better than thought. This is the Comic-Con Collector's Book. Has the Avengers on it. I also got this one because of Batman, and this is a sports magazine. I don't know why it has Batman, but I got this for free, and it has Batman. So yeah. Went to the Cool Jerk booth. And I got from him this year the Cool Jerk Anniversary T-shirt. This is the 20th anniversary of his webcomic, Cool Jerk. So really happy I was able to get this one to help him out, because Paul Horn does this really amazing Cool Jerk webcomic that I've mentioned in other videos. But yeah, from the Konami booth, I got this t-shirt celebrating the 25th anniversary of Metal Gear. I thought that was awesome. At the Nintendo booth, Nintendo had a booth there, and if you played any of the games they had on display, they would give you a voucher, and you can change that for a T-shirt. And the T-shirt they were giving out is promoting the new Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS. Has a golden coin Mario there. That one actually looks pretty awesome. I played a little bit of that, and that one looks pretty cool. It gets a little insane with all the freaking coins, but it still looks pretty good. The Konami booth, I bought this Metal Gear tote bag. I really like this one because it's camouflage green, and it has these skulls painted on the whole design. So it's a camouflage with skull pattern. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And this year's WB bag, they had a whole bunch of really cool WB bags, but the ones I wanted to get was the Batman Dark Knight Rises one. That one looked really, really cool. And the other one is the Big Bang Theory, and I was able to get the Big Bang Theory one. Now what they do at Comic-Con is that they fold these things up, so you don't know which one you're going to get until you actually open it up. So I really wanted the Big Bang Theory one or the Batman one, and I'm really, really happy I got this Big Bang Theory one, because I love the Big Bang Theory. And this one's better than other years because it has Amy Farrah Fowler, it has Bernadette, it has Howard, Sheldon, Leonard, Penny, and Raj. So it has all of the characters on it. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. And no geek cannot own a pair of these. I also picked up, actually found $10 on the floor. So I was thinking, what am I going to spend $10 on? And I decided to pick up a pair of goggles. You know, no geek should be without a pair of goggles. Every geek has to own a pair of goggles. So I picked these goggles up, and I thought they were pretty cool. But yeah, now I have a pair of goggles. These were the big things I picked up at Comic-Con. I haven't done this before, so let's take a look at the little things and promotional giveaways that Comic-Con was giving out. Okay guys, so this is some of the free swag I got at Comic-Con. This was all free, so it didn't really cost me anything. But they're, like every year, they just give out stuff to promote things within Comic-Con. Could be comic book related, could be action figure related. You know, a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't think I've actually ever shown off the little things that I get at Comic-Con. So I decided to share it with you guys in this one. Mattel was actually giving out these two things. They were giving out these party favors. This is one of those little things that make noise, and party hats, because He-Man and the Masters of the Universe were celebrating their 30 years. Came out in 1982, and in 2012 they have 30 years of Masters of the Universe. And that really made me feel old. I can't believe He-Man has 30 years. But yeah, they were giving out these little things. Then they were also giving out these buy a hoverboard pins. You could actually order a hoverboard online. It doesn't actually, hover, but it's still a really cool looking prop. And we're also giving out these pins. There we go. Giving out these pins at Mattel. They were really pushing books this year. A lot of publishing companies were giving out pins and promoting books and everything. This one says, "It's time to read A Wrinkle in Time," promoting a book called A Wrinkle in Time. This one I liked it. It has a werewolf there. I thought that was cool. Destination Elsewhere. And they have you found the Lost Fleet? And oh yeah, I know someone who's been 21 for 11,000 years. And this one's for Project Paranormal. This one is I Walk the Line Between the Living and the Dead. I thought that one was pretty cool. And we're really giving out these ones. It says Reed scared something. Bacon affects the brain. Bacon affects the brain the same way as heroin. Didn't know that. This one also I like the design of it. Negotiators of Time Travel Universal Ministry. I like the design of that one. This one, Daring Dilemmas. Mind-bending Adventure. Mysterious Beginnings. And Perilous Journeys. Also, they were giving these magnets out. Guardian in Training for Vampire Academy. And this one I really liked. Vampires Don't Sparkle. Damn straight. And it's these magnets you can put on things. And The Shining Girls. So yeah, book publishers were giving out a lot of these really cool pins. TV wise, they had this one, Criminal Genius. It's from a show I don't. It's actually this. It's Shameless. Never seen that TV show. They were giving out this one that Fell in Love, almost blew it for Homeland. But I don't watch those shows. So. Also, this one for a werewolf, a show about it's being human. The show's called Being Human. It has like a werewolf, a ghost, and a vampire. Now, this was originally in the BBC, but I think they're gonna remake it with American actors. So this is the werewolf guy, and here's the vampire guy. And I know him. He played Doomsday in Smallville, and he played Starkiller in the Force Unleashed. So I know this actor. But yeah. Also got this one. I thought this one was kind of cool. I had the little alien there. Got this at the Konami booth. It's a classic Konami code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. I thought this one was really, really cool. Got this one at the Konami booth. Got this one at Dark Horse. Along with this one. They also were giving out this wrist thing, promoting Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They were giving out this lanyard. DC Comics didn't have that much. They had these this new DC logo pin. They had a new Superman, a new Batman, and a new Wonder Woman. They were also giving out a Green Lantern, but I already have that style of pin, so that's why I didn't pick it up. Got this at the Cool Jerk booth from Paul Horn. And Marvel was giving out these Avengers vs. X-Men pins with Cyclops and Captain America. So I thought those were kind of cool. Got this at the Nintendo booth. If you played Kid Icarus, they would give you the AR cards, which they were also giving out at E3. And I'm really glad I was able to get a deck for the 3DS because I want to get Kid Icarus Uprising. But you can unlock the whole bunch of stuff with the AR card, so really glad I was able to pick a deck for that. They also gave out this Spartacus pin. Thought that was kind of cool. Every year I try to get the Peanuts. Also here peanuts. Every year they give out a set of pins, but I was only able to get Woodstock. Because I got this on Thursday, and by the time I went on Sunday, they didn't have any more. So this is the only one I was able to get. This year they were celebrating the Olympic Games. They have cycling there. And every year I try to get the set of lanyards that they give out. It's the same design. Has a Snoopy there with Olympic gold. But I always try to get the whole set. No particular reason, just I like having the complete set of the lanyard. So Sony and DC Universe Online gave out this lanyard this year. They had Catwoman and Batman, and Sinestro and Hal Jordan. Also got this lanyard at the Topps booth. Well, I like the color, and it has Mars Attack on it with the little flying saucers. I thought that was cool. This is a movie I actually was really interested in. It's called Iron Sky. The plot of this movie that they were promoting is that Nazis form a base on the moon, and they're there for years, but they're on the dark side of the moon, so no one sees them. And then they're there for years. They don't know what happened back to the Rage on Earth until a black astronaut reaches the moon, and they're like, "Oh no, there's a black astronaut. We gotta take Earth back." And they form this giant invasion back on Earth. I thought the plot of that was really interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be released on theaters in Mexico. But once it comes out on DVD, I want to get it. And this is a frisbee that glows in the dark, so I thought that was pretty neat. Some other random stuff. This book publisher had these postcards with trolls. I thought the designs of them were pretty cool. So I also had this Batman cardboard thingy. And you could take a picture. You could watch an exclusive 22-minute sneak peek of the movie, and they had the Batmobile documentary panel and everything, promoting the Dark Knight Rises. They also were giving out these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mini comic books, promoting the new animated TV show that's going to come out. Went to the Paul Horn booth. This is an independent artist that does the webcomic Cool Jerk. And he had this mini comic, which I bought from him, which is in color. And the other one he had promoting was the girl with the donut tattoo. This is a collaboration between himself and his wife. They also gave me a really cool donut that looks... It's a cookie that looks like a donut, but I already ate that one, so yeah. But Paul Horn's a really cool web artist. If you have a chance to check out his stuff, give him a watch. He's really cool. Viz Media really disappointed me this year. Every year I try to get their bags, but this year, to get the bag, you had to get this little sheet, and then you had to go around the convention center getting stickers. And then, if you completed the sticker, you would then fill out a survey, and then they would give you the bag. But I only went again Thursday and Sunday, so I didn't really have time to do that. So I missed out on Viz Media's comic book bag this year. And they were only giving out these little mini preview books with Winx Club. What the hell? But oh well. I also got this. I don't know why. I think I'll give it away. It's Monster High. But book preview of a book called The Diviners. Flip through this. Actually, it looks pretty interesting. Del Rey had this Star Wars book promoting a whole bunch of books that were gonna come out. Another little sampler. I actually like their Star Wars books. Got some free comic books. Marvel was giving out this free comic book preview of Spider-Man Season 1. They also gave out this comic book based on Cirque du Soleil, which I thought was kind of weird, but at least the cover looks pretty awesome. And we're also giving out this. They always give out these Marvel, um, preview books. It has, but I really like this one because it has Spider-Man and all his different costumes, and they have a preview for new Captain Marvel and new Hawkeye and the new Gambit. But I mostly like the Spider-Man cover with all his different costumes. Thought that was cool. I also picked up from Aspen Books this primer book. Picked up this Vertigo preview. This free comic book, a Superman Family Adventures. And on the back it has Green Lantern and Young Justice. Got another Aspen preview book. DC gave out a free issue of Action Comics #1, which I already own, but I guess that one's up for trade. They were giving out this one. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but very reminiscent to Days of Future Past, which I actually thought was pretty cool. Also from Legendary, The Tower Chronicles. It's a comic book promoting, I think it's a movie that's going to come out. It looked interesting. This is a mini poster for Iron Sky. I don't even remember where I got this one. It's the Penguin Funnies. It looks kind of cool. From Dark Horse, I picked up Resident Alien. The Massive. And this autographed issue of Grimm Fairy Tales Presents The Library. The artist for the comic book was on the Grimm Fairy Tales booth, and he was autographing these free comic books, so I thought that was actually pretty cool. I do try to get autographed comic books from more unknown people, and I like to frame them and everything. But yeah, I thought the cover was actually pretty cool. Another thing that, again, they were really promoting, which is great for me because I actually do enjoy reading, but I got a whole bunch of samplers and complete free books. I got this sampler for Fairy Tales from the Brothers Grimm. This is a new English version that is going to come out with stories from the Grimm brothers, since they're going to celebrate their 200th anniversary. I'm actually looking forward to this. It's going to be $27.95, and I might pick it up. So I like the more darker Grimm Fairy Tales. Picked up this free book, this free Star Wars The Old Republic, Deceived by Paul S. Kemp. Really like that they give out these comic books. Last year I got one from the one from Darth Bane, and this year I got this one. But yeah, I like me some free reading. Also got this one from Bantam Books by Robert Masello. This is the Medusa Amulet, and he was actually there, and he autographed it for me. I thought it was pretty cool, but I actually do need to read that one. Also got this one. This is just edited by George R.R. Martin. It's actually written by someone else. Oh, it doesn't even have the name. But it looks interesting. It's about superheroes and everything. So this one looks interesting. Got that one for free, even though it got kind of beat up. This is a fantasy sampler. Has little samplers from all of these artists, writers. I'm sorry. Then a 3 sampler book about some horror. I Hunt Killers, 172 Hours, and The Drowned Cities. Then this is another sampler for a few books of teen paranormal books. This one I really like the cover of this sampler, but this is a sampler for a bit more supernatural books. And this is a science fiction and fantasy sampler. More books. Another sampler for Days of Blood and Starlight. This one actually looks really interesting. It's the second book, and the sequel to Smoke and Bone. They were explaining this to me, and as I was reading the sampler, this one looks interesting, so I might track that one down. Also got this free complete book of Dead Iron: The Age of Steam. I'm actually, well, like I mentioned with the goggles, I'm kind of getting interested in steampunk. I like the look of it, and especially after watching that episode of Fanboy Confidentials where they talk about the steampunk movement. Just really seems interesting in it, and I find it very poetic that I found those goggles and I got this free steampunk book and this one as well called The Friday Society, which is also set in steampunk. I don't know, I might get into that. You know, one more thing to add to my geek badge. But I really want to start reading both of these books because, again, I'm getting into... I want to get into steampunk, maybe. And another book I got for free. This is a hardcover, which I thought was cool. A book by Jennifer Eccles. I think it's called Such a Rush. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Last book I got is Resurrection Express by Stephen Romano. Again, don't know much about this one. And the last thing I picked up for free at Comic-Con is this sampler for the Abrams Comic Arts book, The Carter Family. But it was for free, and, you know, can't beat free. So those were the things that I got for free. I've never actually showcased the little things that I get at Comic-Con, so I decided to do that this year. So that was what I got there. All in all, again, it was cool. It's always cool to go to Comic-Con, but this year, especially, it felt a little less epic than other years. I didn't get to see anyone really famous. I mean, I passed by the WB booth, and the cast from Supernatural was there on Sunday. But I was able to take a few pictures because to get autographs from anyone famous now you have to either enter the panel and they'll give you a ticket, or you have to wait in line so they can give you a wrist thing so that you could then get a ticket so you can then get an autograph. So that was more trouble than it was worth, I thought. The only other cool freebie that I just remember they were giving out for Fringe on Sunday, they were giving out these really cool fedoras, which I saw a whole bunch of people with, and I wanted one of those because it looked really cool. I like wearing fedoras from time to time, and that one looked pretty awesome. It was kind of this grayish thing. But that was the only big thing I saw at Comic-Con that I wish I would have gotten. And the Power Rangers box set, that one. When I saw Cool Duder talking about that, I was like, oh man, I should have picked that up. But yeah, all in all, again, even though it was a little disappointing, this year's Comic-Con was a little disappointing because I had a heck of a time getting tickets, and the event itself kind of felt less than epic. If I can get tickets for next year, I'm definitely going to go. Comic-Con really for me is like a once-in-a-year experience. I do like going, especially because I do get to pick up some interesting things and try to complete my comic book collection. But yeah, this is the last of my 100th collection pickup video parts that I'm going to post. Might be a little longer, this one, compared to the other ones, but yeah, again, I'm just really blown away that I was able to reach 100 videos, doing 100 of these videos, and I have to thank everyone that's watched them, everyone that's thumbed up or left a comment. I've mentioned this before. Every time I see a new subscriber or I see a new person leaving a comment, it kind of motivates me to keep doing the videos. So as long as you guys keep watching them and keep liking them, I'll keep making them. But until I post the next one and I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78 signing off.